Hello, hello. What day is it? It's Travel Tuesday. Welcome to Travel Tuesday. Let me turn my music down. I want to welcome you to the broadcast. Welcome to the broadcast, and I have a special guest with me today. But for those of you who don't know, my name is Eva Jordan Johnson. I and my husband are the owners of Jordan Travel Enterprise, and my blog is TravelwithEva.com. And I just put a really good article, posted a really good article of a friend is sharing her experience at Discovery Cove. So you might want to go over there and check it out. I'm also the author of Hosting Group Events in Paradise, the ultimate guide for trainers, coaches, and business leaders, where we show you how to have successful group events. We take the worry and stress off of you and show you fun ways to have group events and to raise funds with travel. So you can find that on Amazon.com. But for today, I want to welcome Javier and Getato. I don't know if I'm saying your last name correctly. Is that right? Getato?
It is all good, Eva. Thank you. Thank you for having me here today.
Let me introduce you to Javier. Javier is the Director of Business Development with Viking and has been with Viking for 15 months. He is a 15-year cruise veteran, and I've met him in the past. He's been great to work with, and he sailed the Rhine and the Danube. He was recently awarded Director of Business Development of the Year for 2018 with Viking. So help me welcome Javier.
Hey, good morning or good afternoon. Thank you, Eva. Happy to be here today.
And thank you for joining Danita and Ashaki. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce your name right. Gwen, thanks for joining. So I was thinking that you might be wondering about river cruises. And so today I've invited Javier to give us a little bit of a update on river cruises. And I have some questions for you. So Javier, first of all, what is a river cruise? Just basically.
Sure. Yeah, it's river cruising is nothing new, but I think river cruising within the last 5 years has really grown in exposure with the U.S. population. For us with Viking, we sail through a variety of different regions from all across Europe, Asia, Egypt, Russia, and more, and looking to expand even further. But it's all about the intimacy and really exploring the destination and understanding some of the customs that you travel into. We're a 21-year-old company. We started in '97, and we've really brought the river cruise notion or experience to the US. We are by far the largest river cruise company in the market with over 64 river boats floating out there right now, another 6 to be delivered next year, another 6 additional into the fleet in 2020. So by sheer number of size, definitely the largest and leader out there in the industry.
So thank you for sharing that. But how is, if I'm someone who doesn't know much about river cruise, how is a river cruise different from an ocean cruise?
Night and day difference, Eva. Um, First, it's the intimacy. With river cruising, our largest ship is 190 passengers. It's what we call a long ship. It's a patent design ship that we have, but we have over 50 of them floating out there. So guests who have never experienced that intimacy on a ship before, from 190 passengers to versus 6,000 plus of your best friends, that's the first difference. And then everything along with that is all about the ease of the experience, from embark, from how we sail through the middle of the country instead of on the outsides of countries like ocean cruising. We are literally footsteps away from key attractions in different cities. We stop into unique villages. Everything that we do is really to immerse the guest with the destination. We also have a lot more inclusions. A lot of the cruise lines, once they get the guest on board, their strategy is also to obviously sell to the guest on board with drinks, selling them Wi-Fi, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. For us, we include a lot of complimentary shore excursion in each port of call, complimentary Wi-Fi, unlimited wine, beer, and soda during. We even subsidize the air tremendously with even free air out of 150 U.S. air cities.
Wow.
So there's
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot.
You're living in the US and you're traveling to other countries. That's a really good plus.
Correct, correct. So we've done well. Yes.
And for those of you who are listening, you're on live, pop in a question. If you have something you'd like to ask Javier, please um, take time to do it. And
Yep.
for those of you who are replay viewers, you can always go in and ask the question on the replay. And for the next 24 hours, Javier will be checking back and answering any questions. And I'm always here to answer questions about things that you have. So my next question is, will I get bored? And what is there to do on a river?
Yeah.
What
Great question.
one distinction is that river cruises don't have casinos. So what will I get bored?
What's
What's
there to do? Because everyone is like so set with the mindset of ocean cruising and the sea days and having all that entertainment on the ship. Like in ocean cruising, the ship is your destination, and the cruise lines have really done a good job with doing that. But with river cruising, it's bringing back that romance and that exploration of going into a new country. So every day on a river cruise is a port day. There's no sea days. We'll even do overnights in cities so that it'll be easy for guests to continue to explore into a new city that you've never gone to. Like our number one seller is Grand European Tour, and it's 15 days from Amsterdam, Netherlands, all the way down to Budapest. And every day there is a port day. There's two overnights, one in Budapest and the other in Vienna. But we include a complimentary shore X in each port of call. So half of your planning of your trip already done with Viking.
So I don't have to worry about the shore excursion that's included in my price?
We include, yes, complimentary with the price. Those included tours could run anywhere between like 2 to 4 hours. For the remainder of the day, while the ship is still in port, you have the option to explore on your own if you'd like. We have concierge on board, and they could assist you with an easy map to highlight all of the key points in that city, or they could do customization for you if you have specific interests, if you want to hire bikes, if you want to put in reservations into a restaurant what night. We could do pretty incredible customizations, but we also have optional tours that we sell to guests, and you could purchase that to continue to explore in these cities that we spend into.
Okay. I see Shonda has joined us. Hey, Shonda, it's been a while since I've seen you. So hello. Um,
Hello, hello.
say hi to Shonda. And where does you mentioned a few things about where does Viking sail to? Can you, one of the things that I've learned about river cruising is, like you said, the intimacy that you're able to you go right into the towns and
Right.
get off the ship and you can.
Footsteps away. You're there in the heart. Like in, for example, in Budapest, the fame or the claim to fame there is to sail right in front of Parliament House at night and seeing it all lit up. That is a wow moment. Our docking space for Budapest is literally right next to the chain bridge that connects the Buddhist side and the Pest side. It is an ideal docking location. So just that ease for our guests to stop right there and you walk off the boat and the key attractions are right there versus on big ocean cruising and getting bussed in and spending hours to reach a destination and so forth. So it's that, and it's also everything else that we offer, the culinary, the cuisine on board. We source locally. We're big on farm to table. You'll find local cuisine. Even the wine is sourced from the region too. So like if you're sailing on the Danube, you'll sail through the Wachau Valley and have some interesting Rieslings from the Wachau and know some of that. So yeah, it's all about immersing the destination and bringing back that romance of exploring. And I mean, don't get me wrong, the cruise lines for ocean cruising, they do a great job with making the ship as a destination, and you really don't need to leave the ship for all purposes for the other guys. But for us, we want to make sure our guests have that ease and access of exploring in the regions that they're sailing into.
Okay. Well, Danita put in there the website for Viking, but I want to give you the link. It's a Bitly link that it's coming across the screen there, and that's my branded Viking site. It has lots of information on there. You can um, be able to explore, and then give me a call, and we can answer questions and get things
Yep.
set up. I want to put that across the screen for you.
Yeah.
And another question I have, and if you have questions, you're watching, I want you to ask questions. And if you're on the replay, I'm talking to you too. And if you are a replay viewer, hit replay so that I'll know that you're a replay viewer, and we'll connect with you. And what is Viking Dream? Because we mentioned a little, we were talking about river cruises, but mostly, but I want to bring this in. What is Viking Dream and how did it begin? Well, not
Um,
excuse me, Viking Ocean.
threw me for a curveball there for a minute.
You're right.
So great, Eva. We debuted our ocean product 3 years ago in 2015. Our guests have told us repeatedly prior that they love the river experience, that intimacy, that exploration, the ease, and love the regions that we sailed into, but they wanted more. They wanted to see an ocean product from Viking, similar to how we do river, but then explore the rest of the world where we can't sail into for river. So we took it to the drawing board, and we made a commitment with a shipyard, Fincantieri, and we went on this adventure with debuting Viking Ocean in 2015. The Viking Star was our first ship, and we definitely beat to a whole different drum with our ocean product because it's all based on that river experience. So it's still about the exploration and destination. When you look at deployment at the itineraries that we have, we still minimize sea days as much as possible. We have overnights on the beginning of the cruise, in the middle of the cruise, or towards the end of the cruise. Nothing is shorter than 8 days for ocean cruising, and our longest cruise is 245 days with the Ultimate World Cruise.
Actually,
Exactly.
on a world cruise.
Yes.
Put a one in the
So
comments if that's you. Are you ready to go?
8 months, right? I mean, come on. But it's all about exploring and making it easy, and also the intimacy. 930 passengers for our ocean cruising. They're all balconies. There's no insides or ocean views.
Wow.
Uh, and still a lot of inclusions as well with our ocean product. Unlimited wine, beer, and soda during lunch and dinner. We have free complimentary self-serve laundry. No charge for our two alternative restaurants that's included with the cruise. Still included shore excursions in each port of call. The Wi-Fi, depending on the cabin type, will replenish your mini bar daily. And the list goes on and on. So we beat to a different drum with ocean cruising. Oh, and the best thing, adults only with ocean. So, yep.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm checking to see if there is any questions in the comments. Uh, and
Your Danita's doing great with the comments on here.
yes, she is amazing. She is a
Yeah.
thank you, Danita. So if you are interested in scheduling an appointment to talk about a river cruise versus ocean and finding out more about sharing the Viking difference, you can schedule an appointment with me at schedule.travelwitheva.com. And I would be, it's complimentary, and I'd be happy to talk with you. And please share out the broadcast. If you know someone who they've been, they mentioned the river cruise, they're thinking about it, or they're wanting to do something different. They've done a lot of ocean cruises and they're ready for something different. Share this out with them so they can find out more information.
Yep. It's amazing. So with our river and ocean product, we're doing so well that guests book early with us. They book at least a year out. And we're seeing that trend continue into 2020, and even some 2021 with our like really unique itineraries. So that's the key. Contact Eva early so that you get booked early, um, and yeah, get it going.
All right. That's fine. So we've went through the questions. I don't see any additional ones. So remember, you can always go in the comments. And I want to thank Javier for taking the time to join us today and to share about the Viking difference and why river cruising and how it's different. Thank you very much. Any last comments or last words?
Um, Take advantage. A lot of great promotions out there right now. We are topping off our 19 season. A lot of free air with Grand European Tour, free air with France's Finest. For Ocean, a lot of great promotions as well. We've opened up through April of 2021 with our Ocean, a lot of new unique itineraries. A real popular one is in the wake of the Vikings from Bergen over to Montreal. That transatlantic is a popular one as we go up to Reykjavik and Greenland as well as we cross over. So very popular and unique itinerary. But the world is your oyster, folks. If you want to see the world, travel with Viking. Contact Eva, and you'll be sailing the world in comfort, as we say. So, thank you, Eva.
Sounds wonderful. Sounds wonderful. And if you, as you know, that I'm a group travel event specialist. If you're interested, if you have an interest in a group travel event, want to get out of the stuffy conference room and take your group to paradise, you can complete the questionnaire there at group.travelwitheva.com. Then we set up a complimentary consultation and we get going. So again, I want to just say thank you, Javier, for joining us. And next week, we shared it from Javier's perspective as a business development person. But next week, I am going to have someone on who has actually cruised on Viking, and they want to share their experience with you. So next Tuesday, Travel Tuesday, you'll get to hear someone who's actually been on a Viking cruise and what their experience was. Did they like it? What was the pros? What was the cons? How did they feel about it? I wanted to share with you because sometimes you hear the I wouldn't say the corporate side, but you hear the side from someone who that's what they do, that's their business. But to hear it from someone who has actually been on it and they're unbiased opinion, I wanted you to get that. So let's check in next week for Travel Tuesday. And again, thank you, Javier, and thank you, Danita, and thank you, Shonda, and Akeisha, for Gwen for joining. Thank you, Denise. Put something in the comments. Let me know how what you thought. If you have questions, and I always like to end my broadcast by saying, have a blessed day and take time to be a blessing to someone else, especially during this Christmas season. Okay,
Okay.
bye for now.
Bye. Thank you.